Once upon a time, in a city of gleaming skyscrapers and shimmering lights, an unimaginable assault pounded the tallest tower in the metropolis. Windows shattered, steel girders bent, and fragments rained down into the cataclysm below. This was the moment the unreal attack. 3 billion city tower blown to pieces. A set came alive. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Strike Point Media channel. Please subscribe and like my videos. Imagine standing in front of that massive tower before destruction, a soaring structure rising proudly amid the skyline. Its exterior is bold and architecturally aggressive, sharp angles, reinforced corners, and massive buttresses along the base. The facade is covered in simulated glass panels, metallic cladding, and modular segments so detailed that you can see vent shafts, service balconies, and maintenance decks. The paint job has a gradient patina from bright silver to smoke gray, giving it a lived-in, war-torn atmosphere. At the top, there is a crown-like observatory that stands out, with slender spires reaching into the sky like antenna masts. The lower levels have open service tunnels, foundation supports, and scaffolding. When you view it in light, reflections and shadows dance off its surfaces, making it almost photorealistic. But then you trigger the destruction mechanism, and those panels burst open or fall away, revealing internal structures crashing outward. The exterior is designed not just to look dramatic, but to facilitate dynamic destruction. Predetermined fracture lines, snap-apart joints, explosion ports, and blast shutters that pop off realistically under simulated forces. Moving inside, the interior experience is vast, multi-tiered, and immersive. You step into grand foyer chambers with soaring ceilings, columns, and support beams. Corridors crisscross behind walls you might never expect, leading to observation lounges, mechanical rooms, elevator shafts, service ducts, and hidden chambers. Every floor is subdivided into sectors, a central core with support trusses and vertical spine, surrounding it office wings, meeting halls, residential pods, and utility corridors. The interior is layered with mezzanine levels, maintenance catwalks, piping bundles, air vents, cabling tunnels, server racks, power conduits, water mains, and HVAC shafts. The walls have texture, panel lines, laser-etched detail, control consoles, wall fixtures, ambient piping, and control rooms with glowing consoles. Lighting effects are built in. Flickering LEDs simulate emergency lighting. Smoke effects channels light beams, and transparent elements let you see blast wave progression. The controlled collapse is staged floor by floor. First, lower segments bulge inward, then beams snap, ceilings rupture, floors collapse, and rubble cascades downward. Each piece is engineered to fall realistically without jamming or binding. But the interior also gives you moments of stillness, an intact corner room where you can glimpse a conference table, broken chairs, toppled monitors, and scattered debris. The contrast between the intact sections and the dramatic destruction heightens the realism. You can walk or fly in a virtual sense through corridors just before or amid collapse, hearing the roar, feeling the shockwave, seeing flickers of sparks, and watching structural supports buckle in slow motion. It is cinematic, immersive, and intricately engineered for both display and destructive spectacle. Performance is nothing short of dramatic. The collapse sequence triggers in adjustable modes, slow motion, real-time, or fast collapse. The timing is precise. Beams snap with a slight delay, glass cracks progressively, panels eject outward, and dust clouds expand realistically. The simulation runs fluently without lag or stutter. Every structural element behaves convincingly. Load, bearing columns redistribute stress, remaining parts twist, and even smaller decorations respond to shock waves. In virtual rendering, the physics engine handles debris pathing, collision detection, fragmentation, particle effects, smoke, and fire propagation. In a real physical build, if this were a model or interactive display, the snap-apart pieces release cleanly, debris components interlock or detach gracefully, and you hardly hear annoying creaks or misalignments. The exterior fragments fly outward with believable trajectories, bounce off surfaces, and leave behind jagged remains that match the initial structural grid. The repetition is minimal. No two destruction runs look identical. Each collapse sequence has variation in how beams fail, which panels fly, where rubble lands, and how secondary collapse rings outward. The performance is cinematic and robust. Safety features are surprisingly thoughtful. Components are made from impact-resistant but lightweight materials, so shards won't dangerously shatter or create sharp edges. Snap-apart connectors are designed to break only along intended fracture lines, minimizing unintended splits. The mechanism to trigger collapse is hidden behind safety covers to prevent accidental activation. In physical models, there are locks to prevent collapse while someone is near or handling it. If used in augmented reality or virtual displays, collision boundaries prevent you from walking into collapsing fragments. Also, if the collapse stops mid-sequence, the system includes a recovery mechanism, magnetic or catch wires that slow falling parts or allow manual reset. In a real environment, parts that fall are cushioned or slowed by dampers, making them less dangerous. Smoke effects use safe dry smoke or harmless theatrical fog. Lighting wiring is insulated and conforms to safety standards. The design ensures that even during dramatic destruction, no components fly off uncontrollably into viewers or break in hazardous ways. Unique selling points set this unreal attack. 3 billion city tower blown to pieces apart. First, it marries aesthetic display with controlled destruction, so you have a majestic tower to admire, and then you can watch it be torn apart in spectacular fashion. Second, the modular fracturing design is highly flexible. You can rebuild and deconstruct it in multiple collapse patterns. Third, variation. Every collapse run is different, thanks to randomized triggers, multiple failure nodes, and procedural physics. Fourth, scale and detail. Its fidelity is beyond toy level. Micro detail in interiors, realistic structural behavior, and cinematic lighting give it premium immersion. Fifth, customization. Users can swap in alternative facade panels, interior modules, or collapse modules, or integrate it into larger city dioramas or virtual environments. Sixth, storytelling. Owners can stage attacks, capture sequences from multiple camera angles, and even program sequences, e.g., time chain reaction explosions to tell a narrative. Seventh, hybrid use. You can use it as a display piece, as an interactive destructible model, or in digital augmentation. Eighth, the safety design and reset mechanisms make it user-friendly. Ninth, the reusability. After destruction, you can rebuild, retrigger, and retell the spectacle multiple times. And finally, it stands out because few products combine architectural scale with theatrical destruction in one package. As for price, this premium piece demands a premium investment. Depending on scale, desktop, large diorama, or full installation, it ranges from mid-hundreds to several thousands of dollars or equivalent. The base versions, smaller display size, might go for around $499 to $799, including lighting, smoke, a collapse mechanism, and basic modules. The deluxe version, extra floors, modular facades, advanced trigger systems, and alternative collapse paths could command $199 to $499 or more. Limited editions, artist editions, or oversized showpieces might push into the $500 plus range. Replacement parts, expansion packs, and customization kits would be sold separately, perhaps in $50, $300 ranges depending on complexity. Shipping, import duties, and handling might add significantly depending on your country. However, the value lies not just in the parts but in the experience, the photogenic spectacle, and the storytelling potential. In conclusion, Unreal Attack, 3 billion city tower blown to pieces, is more than a model, it's a dramatic experience. From its commanding exterior to its richly detailed interior, from powerful collapse performance to thoughtful safety measures, and from standout unique features to a substantial but justified price, it delivers something rare. If you love combining architecture, drama, destruction, and storytelling, this is a piece that will grab attention and reward repeated use. It's not perfect, some may balk at cost or size, but for enthusiasts, filmmakers, diorama builders, or display artists, it's a landmark creation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and stay tuned for our next deep dive at Strike Point Media.